I was on the subway the other day. I'd just been into town to buy a few things, a few bits and bobs. I bought some cable clips and a DVD box set. The cable clips being those things, those small nails with a plastic kind of hook, kind of white plastic hook attached. That's for tacking down, pinning down cabling and wiring. And I was looking forward to getting home and trying it all out. The cable clips were for behind the telly, which has just been a mess of wires for quite a while now. You've got the telly, you've got the Skybox, you've got the DVD player, and all of the HDMI cables, power cables, SCART leads that come with that, all tangled together, tucked behind the telly. And it was just a mess, and it was just a nightmare if I ever had to get behind there and unplug something or plug something else in. So it really was needed, these cable clips, and when I got them down it really did tidy the whole thing up. I can now if I go behind it and try to sort something out, plug something in, I can actually see what lead is going where. And the DVD box set was for the Michael Bay franchise Transformers. It was 3 films in a box set. And they're fantastic films that involve giant extraterrestrial robots that battle each other in various ways and in various locations with a well-curated, fast-paced soundtrack, fantastic effects, and a very sexual, kind of sexy, curvaceous woman is one of the characters. And that's what I like to do on a Friday. I like to buy things. I like to do a bit of a shop. I think the Friday beforehand I had bought some skirting boards for the front room and some grey sludge that I eat and put in my hair and kind of pour on my body. And that's what I like to do on a Friday. And so I was on the subway, and if you'll remember, I was on the subway, and suddenly everything stopped. Everybody on the subway car froze, like they were paused in time, like they were statues. Frozen. there was there were two women in mid-conversation, just frozen there, half-formed words written on their open mouths. There was a young girl, a small child in the aisle, who had just dropped her teddy bear. Her teddy bear suspended in mid-air, just out of reach of her grasp, and her looking down on it in disbelief, stuck there. There was a bishop or a priest, a man of God with and just sitting just opposite me pretty much, who was frozen, he'd just dropped his coffee he was just spilling his coffee out of his coffee cup, and the coffee was stuck there, all coming out like a big brown mass, frozen there in mid-spill. Little droplets of coffee hanging in the air. And a hole opened up in the subway car, and Death himself arose from it, the Grim Reaper, crawling out, this skeletal figure crawling out of the hole. And he looked at me, and he pointed at me, and he said, "It is you that I am taking. It is your time." And I said, "No, there must be a mistake. It's not my time to go." And he said, "Martin Harrison." I said, "Yes." And he said, "Lives on 24 Victoria Avenue." And I said, "Yes, that's me." And he said, "Born 4th of January 1975. And I said, "No, there must be a mistake. You've got the wrong guy, that's not me. That's not my birthday, you've got the wrong..." And he said, "Nice try, Martin." I said it was worth a shot. And he said, "Before I take you, I will give you 3 wishes. Before we sail away, before you sleep and touch eternity, I will give you 3 wishes." And I said, "There is nothing in this world that I want. There is nothing that I could ask for. I am totally and completely satisfied." And he took his long, grey, skeletal finger and he touched me. And I began to rapidly decompose. In seconds, my skin began to decompose and rot away to reveal my muscle structure, and my muscles began to all fizzle and dissolve away, and my bones began to dissolve away into ash in seconds, and then I was a pile of dust and ash on the chair, on the seat of the subway car.